Welcome to day 371 of our Deso journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein, here with my twin brother, Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in CloutFeed. So today is a bittersweet day for us. So far, I think we've created about 330 of these videos or so. This is day 371, but I think we started on like day 41 or something. Without missing a day, every single day, we have created these videos. And this community has just been so awesome. We've met so many amazing people and formed so many relationships that are going to last a lifetime. And I mean that literally. Unfortunately, all good things do have to come to an end at some point. And while in theory, it would have been amazing to be able to continue this streak of videos for 25 more years or 50 more years, God willing, sometimes life just happens to get in the way of things. And sometimes you just had to end one journey in order to start a new one. And sometimes that journey could be better. Sometimes it might turn out to be worse, but if you don't take that chance, you won't ever know. So Brian and I, this will be our final video on Deso. And it's just, I'll let Brian get into what we're doing, what the next step in our lives is going to be.
Yeah, so as you know, like Deso, decentralized social, it does have a future. We do feel it has a future, but like we try to like jump on trends, and we feel that there's a new trend coming. And of course, decentralized social media is going to be a big thing, but what's going to be bigger than decentralized social media? And that's decentralized everything. Everything's going to be decentralized. So today we're announcing that we're actually joining the DEV team. It's like Deso, but DEV as in decentralize everything. And as an example of like what's possible with DEV, take this pen, for example. On Deso, you can take a picture of it and mint it as an NFT, and you can decentralize that NFT. But on DEV, it's different. You can actually decentralize everything. And what you do is you put on one of these tags, and then you get a DEV metal tag. These are actually transistors that track. And this isn't actually it, but it would be something like this. And now this is actually linked to the blockchain, and this pen would then be decentralized. And I mean, you can do it with anything. Like, for instance, my coffee mug. You just put the tag on it. And now this is decentralized. Now, of course, the coffee inside it's not decentralized.
Yeah.
They'll obviously take some nanobot technology, but that's coming. And this is the power of DEV. And like Ed said, like we are sad to be leaving Deso. But
well, we're not leaving. We'll be here. It's
just not concentrating 100% on it. We need to concentrate on. We like to concentrate on what we're working on 100%. Now. Will we be here still? We will still be here. We still think Deso has a future, but at the same time, the way things are trending, everything's going to be decentralized. I mean, our cars are going to be decentralized, and what better way to decentralize your EV car than to do it through DEV? You know, like I think that it's just the future has us. Really
well, I mean, so Deso has a future still. Okay, we're not writing Deso off. We're still the founders of NFTZ, and we still plan on helping build that project. But diversification is key, and you had to be open to diversifying things in your life, diversifying things in your business, and just diversifying. And social media maybe the future is Deso, maybe the future is DEV. We'll have to wait and see. But let's move on. Let's cover some of the other news. And we'll talk more about this toward the end of the video. CloutFeed yesterday made a very interesting post, and that read, "It is getting closer, guys. Very soon we will make a big announcement in CloutFeed. Can you guess what it is? We are on a mission to bring Deso to the mass, and this will be the first step on our path." So that's exciting for Deso. CloutFeed wants to expand beyond just Deso. They want to expand to the masses. And they have something planned. We don't know what that plan is. Sure, we could take guesses, but our guess is as good as yours. Any guesses, Brian?
If I was to guess, I'd say maybe a desktop app, but I don't know if that's really expanding to the masses. So I'm excited to see what they're going to
I've
announce.
seen I've seen guesses from other people who saying, oh, maybe they're going to be get the diamonding approved in the Apple App Store, which would be really cool if you could diamond without having get the test flight version. If they can manage to do that somehow, that would be amazing, and that would be a way to kind of go to the masses as well, I think.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I'm just excited because CloutFeed has been one of those projects that have been like they've been executing on all cylinders since the beginning, and I think that Rabal and the whole team at CloutFeed, they're visionaries, and they were the first to create this mobile app, and I think they're going to be the first to do a lot of things within this ecosystem.
Yes, so Octane had a meeting yesterday, Brian. The
Yeah,
Octane Fund meeting.
there was an Octane Fund meeting. It was about an hour and a half. It was lengthy. Natter was there. Alex Velites was there. He talked a lot about DAOs.
Ed Moss was there.
Ed Moss, of course, was there. I don't want to go too much into it because there's some discussion of what specific projects are going to be doing and stuff like that, and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag if they're not ready. But there's Natter's been working a lot with his legal team. Very positive developments from a legal standpoint, I think, around DAOs. And the way they're going to be setting them up has us pretty confident in how this is going to go. Of course, there's still going to be concern that there's going to be, I think from our part, that there will be a lot of scams. But the way they're setting it up from a legal framework, I think is going to, it has the potential to become quite explosive and really favor those creating the DAOs. And I think that's what they need to do. They need to make it easy for DAOs to be created. Whether it's going to lead to possible scams or not, I don't know. But I think that trust is going to be important, and trust can be acquired by just making yourself known on Deso. So I think the way DAO is going to work, it's going to benefit people that are known over people who are not so known when they're creating a DAO. Just something to keep in mind. Natter said that he's here for the long run, and we made a post about this earlier. But he said that like he's looking 2 to 3 years out. Like everybody's kind of focused on the next 6 months, next year, but his vision is the next 2 to 3 years. And if things are slow right now, he's putting the framework, he's putting the infrastructure in place so that in 2 to 3 years, we are where the ball is going to bounce. And I really like that. I like that he's basically looking ahead multiple years from now. And he's not here just for a year or two. He's planning this out for until probably 2030, So I think that has me optimistic. I don't know. What do you have to say, Ed?
No, yeah. And going back to the whole thing about Natter having basically a solution legally for DAOs, I think was really quite amazing hearing him talk about that. And like you said, sure, there's going to be scams, just like there's scams with Creator Coin, but people's reputations are going to be online. So you come on Deso and start a DAO. If you don't give your personal information, if you don't give your, people don't know who you are, they're going to be less likely to invest or buy into your DAO. But if you come on and say, listen, I'm this person, this is where I live, and basically dox yourself, people are going to feel confident, especially if you've had a reputation online or offline in the past. That's going to give more credence to your reputation for that DAO. And people care about their reputations. So I think there's going to, I think you're worried about scams, but I think there's going to be ways to kind of monitor scams and avoid scams.
I'm sure there's going to be an entire ecosystem that pops up trying to kind of do due diligence on all of these DAOs. And I think that's going to be an important part of the ecosystem. And I'm sure there's probably going to be businesses formed around it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that all develops. But like I said, Natter has multiple legal solutions to multiple different things regarding DAOs. And we'll wait for him to talk about them publicly because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag because I know they're still talking to their legal team on stuff. But it has us pretty confident that things are going to be moving forward pretty smoothly. And he also talked about DAO swap and how that's functioning. That has us really excited too. And he's
before the meeting, I'd say my concern about legalities was way up here, but after the meeting is really low now. So if that gives anybody any hope. Paul Burke yesterday, he announced that his BitClout Plus plugin has had its 1 year anniversary. So BitClout Plus has been around for 365 days. Like, it doesn't seem like that's even fathomable to me. It's crazy, but he released some stats. A year ago today, he open sourced and released Plus, the Plus plugin. If you haven't checked it out, definitely do so. It's an awesome plugin. It's had 1,100 web store installs. It's had 31 releases, 175 commits, 10,000 lines of code, 28 stars, 10 forks, and this one's a little funny, 0 contributors, even though it's been open source. So definitely try and help Paul out and contribute some to it if you haven't already, if you're a developer. And if you haven't tried out the Plus plugin, it's definitely worth giving it a try. You can do so many more things on BitClout using the plugin. So definitely give it a try. And thanks, Paul Burke, for all you've done over the past year.
Yeah, I use a plugin every day. It's like a godsend. And he's been here since the very start, building on Deso, BitClout back in the day. Just want to give a congratulatory celebration to Paul Burke here.
So Daniel Keys yesterday, of course, Daniel Keys is the creator of Clout to Vista. He was actually in Israel at the TheMarker Tech Conference. And he spoke at length, I think it's like a 7-minute video that you can find on YouTube about Web3 and Deso. And Natter reposted the video as well, and noted one specific quote that Daniel Keys made in his talk. And that quote read, "I posted on LinkedIn and got some likes. I posted on Deso and people invested $165,000 into my profile." And if that's not like the perfect selling point for decentralized social media, I don't know what is. But props to Daniel Keys. His talk was entertaining. It was funny. You definitely check it out. Go to Daniel Keys on Deso or go to Natter's profile and you'll see the video there. And just watch it. Give it some likes on YouTube. Subscribe to Daniel Keys on YouTube. Hopefully he's giving some more of these talks because he did an awesome job.
Yeah, I watched it last night and I thought it was like the perfect explanation of what Deso was to an audience who didn't know Deso. And the way he explained it, the way he explained the benefits of it, the way he explained the trend that we're seeing where everything is becoming decentralized and on the blockchain, I think he hit the nail on the head. And I like you said, I hope he's going to be doing more of these speeches, more of these presentations. Maybe Deso should hire him because like his explanation, his short 7-minute talk, I think would have convinced pretty much anybody to join Deso.
Yes, for sure. And in other news, William Laurent and Mr. Triplet continue to tear it up in Los Angeles at NFTL is at LA. They've been interviewing NFT celebrities, NFT stars pretty much all week long. And they've been doing an amazing job. Yesterday, I had a chance to interview Pink Floyd saxophonist Scott Page, who's also the creator of Think NFT. And I mean, props to Mr. Triplet, props to William Laurent, props to DOZ and Cassius Cuvée and Matreshka and D. Marie, all been on hand there taking part in the NFTL events. I'm sure they're talking a lot about Deso. And props to Mike Goldberg, because he's the one who basically pulled some strings to get these guys access to be able to interview people like Scott Page and these other individuals. So definitely check it out. William Laurent's going to be posting the content that Mr. Triplet's recording on Blockster.com. Of course, William Laurent's part of Blockster.com. So when it's ready, it's going to be posted there. So definitely check out Blockster.com, follow William Laurent and Mr. Triplet, and I'm sure you'll get a lot of great insight, especially about NFTs.
It was so great to be able to meet William for the first time. I know we've been on Zoom calls together and Clubhouse all the time together, but to meet him in person, he's really just this amazing guy, super intelligent, And what he's doing with Blockster, I think, is the future of I think media around crypto. And Mr. Triplet, I don't think I met a more selfless person in my life. Like during that whole event, he just ran around with a camera trying to catch every moment. He didn't really get to socialize too much himself, and I'm glad he got to go to this NFTLA event, because I know he's really excited about crypto and what it has to offer.
Yeah, definitely. Very sincere person. So is William Laurent. They're both like some of the greatest people you'll meet. Top hashtags yesterday, Brian. What were the top hashtags in the last 24 hours on Deso?
Yeah, so we had Deso, a lot of new ones
Okay
here.
there, Brian.
Yeah, I just reading your notes that you sent me, and it was a little confusing, but yeah. Deso was number one. Post to Earn was number two, and this is actually a campaign by The Social World where they award the top posters on their node each week. So Post to Earn, a lot of people earned money. We're going to get to that here in a second. Number three was crypto. Number three was NFT. Number four was crypto. And number five is an interesting one, and it's Natter verify Stargazer, please. Hashtag Natter verify Stargazer, please. And Stargazer is amazing. He gives tons of diamonds. He's doing great work on Deso, really creating a lot of engagement. If anybody deserves to be verified, he's definitely one of the top five, I'd say. So Natter,
Sandy Rose deserves to be verified too.
Sandy Rose, yeah, and I understand like the verification system. They kind of gave up on it because they're waiting for verified by associations whenever that's going to come. But in the meantime, Natter, if you're listening, Stargazer is definitely somebody that should be verified. The community thinks.
See, here's the thing. They paused the verification process, at least they said, until the verification by associations come out, which was supposed to come out in this quarter. So far, it hasn't. I think, if Natter goes and starts verifying certain individuals, then others are going to be begging him to be verified, and then they're going to feel left out that they're not there. So, it's like a can of worms that I think he's trying to keep shut until verifications by associations come. With that said, though, people are verified or verified. There's a lot of people who have been verified from back when they were verifying people kind of at a random level. So, it's one of those things. It's like, I don't think you can't win either, no matter what way you go. So you can't really blame Natter here for not verifying people, but Stargazer, Sandy Rose, so many others deserve that verification blue check mark.
Well, if a verifications by association existed, we'd be verifying Stargazer right now. So Stargazer, you're Krasenstein verified.
Yes, exactly.
Sandy Rose, you too.
So last week's top earners on Desocial World. So Desocial World, what they're doing is they're giving the top posters on their node money. They're paying them in Deso. The top earner was The Devil, who had 163 posts last week and earned $4.07. Congratulations, The Devil. Followed by Shady Acres, who earned $3.65. McMarsh, Lil Lover, Now and Then, Mythica, Gake, and Michelle NFTs to Space, who earned $1.07 with 43 posts. So to make that top 8, need about 43 posts. Not too bad.
Not bad.
So Open Prosper's welcome back page. I like highlighting a few of these people. Stephanie Quayle is back after 111 days off the platform. She's actually a country musician who I'd had, right when she signed up to Deso, I had a chat with her over Zoom to kind of explain how Deso works. And she was such a friendly person. She made a post yesterday. It was just an image of herself. And it's good to have her back. Also, Exclusive Club, EXX Exclusive Club, returned after a 61-day gap. And the action they took is that they liked a post by Zopal. Exclusive Club is, quote unquote, the sexiest club in the metaverse, powered by BitCloud, it says, but I assume it means Deso. And that's created by Bobby Digital 42, who also works for the WUN team, WUN team. And it's interesting because we had a chance to meet him in LA, and he's a really, really cool, amazing guy. We met him at the event, and then we also bumped into him at a bar a few days later. He's awesome. It'll be great if I hope he reignites exclusive club, because I think Deso needs something like that. I assume it's something kind of like, I don't know, it's in the metaverse. I don't even know what it is, but it sounds interesting. Maybe it's like OnlyFans in the metaverse. I'm not really sure, but I'd love to hear more about what that is. Bobby, feel free to reply to this and let us know. Are you going to start that up again? Also, Digital Pratic had a 268-day gap. He's the founder of Jura Parivar and NFT. He sent a DM to Manu Tech and updated his profile. The Salty Sultan, he's a community manager at the Green Dragon. He made a post saying good morning, and he was gone for quite some time as well. So Brian, who are the top earners on Deso yesterday, according to Open Prosper?
Yeah, so it seems that the kind of surge of activity that stemmed from that TikTok video a couple of days ago and the subsequent rise in Deso price all the way to $99, I think it's kind of continuing. And I say that because I always look at the number of creators earning Deso, and that number is actually up from even yesterday. So it isn't lagging off like I expected it might have, since the price is back down. But let's get to it. In total, 1,165 creators earned a total of $6,997 on Deso in the last 24 hours. 9 individuals, 9 accounts earned at least 1 Deso. 2 earned at least 10 Deso. And those 2 were Dao and Seals. Dao earned $4,810 selling their NFTs. Seals was number 2, followed by Cloutpunk, Randier, Sarah_com, Desoman, Olala, Tunal Eros, Cloutcox, and Diamond Game Studio. So congrats to all 10 of those individuals. I think that it's nice to see the number of creators earning Deso continuing to stay somewhat higher than it had been in the past few weeks.
Yeah, and as for community events, before we talk a little bit more about DEV and what we're doing after Deso, community events today at 11 a.m. Eastern time on Clubhouse is Deso Week in Review. Brian should be there giving his week in review. Deso Chats, Michelle Lord, Miss Katie Ann, Rhubarb, GDS, French Connector, and Wildography should be on hand talking about their week in review. At 4 p.m. Eastern time on Clubhouse is Desoniversary Retrospective, debrief and Q&A with DOZ. And also Matreshka, Mr. Triplet, Rhubarb, Michelle Lord are going to be there. I'm excited for that. Hopefully I can make it. That's on Clubhouse at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And now getting back to DEV, which is, decentralized everything. What are your thoughts on that, Brian?
Yeah, so obviously, I mean, most of you probably figured it's April Fool's, and
what?
you're probably
wait. So you aren't serious? We're not really moving to DEV?
We're not really moving to DEV, but if somebody can come up with a DEV, decentralized everything, where you can actually turn physical items into decentralized items, let us know, because maybe we will join. But of course, we will still continue making these videos.
Yes. So happy April Fool's Day, everyone, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.